For today's creature feature, we come to Hollywood, California, the Chinese Theater, a historical place in Hollywood. Look at this, Joanne Woodward, May 25th, 1963. Joanne Woodward, my grandpa had the privilege of meeting Joanne Woodward and Paul Newman on the set of a movie called Pocket Money, filmed in Arizona. My grandpa is actually an extra in that movie. Joanne Woodward and Paul Newman were married, of course. Check it out, Eddie Murphy. I love me some Eddie Murphy, especially Eddie Murphy Raw. The original Foo Dogs right before the entrance of the Chinese Theater. Looks like they're playing a movie called Sinners right now. All right, check this out. Holly Weird. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J, and I'm in Hollywood tonight. Today, I was working hard. I was traveling all over Los Angeles for the second day in a row for this trip. I am working on a filming locations project that I will be posting later. I started that back in January in the San Francisco area. I have returned this weekend to finish that up. So that's why I'm here. That being said, I have a limited amount of time. Yesterday I filmed all day and then ended up at the Peterson Auto Museum and made a video there. And then this morning, my alarm went off at 5 a.m. I hit the road and I was filming stuff. So I just wanted to set that up. That's why I am in California right now. So it is a little after 5. I wrapped up for the day. I went back to the hotel. I relaxed for a bit, charged up my camera, and I said, you know what? I gotta keep this channel going. I'm gonna come down to Hollywood and have some fun and take you guys with me. So that right there is why I'm here. Yeah, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. We're about to head to the Los Angeles Torture Museum. Yeah, we did this in St. Augustine 2 years ago. Affiliated with that museum in St. Augustine, this torture museum also affiliated with another one in Chicago. This is supposed to be the largest, most interactive one, and it's right here on Hollywood Boulevard. Now, trigger warning, we're about to get into an educational medieval torture museum expedition. That's what I'm calling it. There's gonna be some graphic stuff in there, guys. I just want to fair warn you. Also, 2 weeks ago, John Carpenter, the legendary John Carpenter of Halloween, The Thing, also Escape from New York, got his Hollywood star right here on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I'm gonna show you where that's at tonight. I've been wanting to see that just a couple weeks ago. And I'm out here in Hollywood tonight, so I'm gonna throw that in the video. So that's it, that's gonna be the video. Are you guys ready? Really busy out here, it's Saturday night. And we're in Hollywood. There's much ahead. All right, this is a cool intersection at Hollywood and Highland because you can cross diagonally. I'm gonna go this way, right towards Ripley's. The Torture Museum is actually over here to the left, near the Hollywood Wax Museum, which I visited last year, about a year ago. Actually, a year and a couple months ago. That was when I was tracking down filming locations as well. I would come up here at night and make other videos. Alright, you can see how busy it is right here, this sidewalk. That was the very first McDonald's I ate at in California right there, by the way. Check this out. Hawk and the King. Alright, there's a lot of sightseeing buses in the way, but right here where it says space available, right there behind that CBiz bus is where I'm headed. That's where the Torture Museum is, right here on Hollywood. Alright, same character as in St. Augustine. Check this out. This is the entrance. Medieval Torture Museum. I bought my ticket online. Price was $29.99. With tax and all, came out to about 35 bucks. Also, there is a ghost tour you can take here, and you get access to an audio tour. So check out the website. I'll put it in the link below for all the finer details. We're about to get inside. Looks like they have a gift shop here up front too. It says right here, 7,000 square feet of torture. Ha 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 ha. So I checked in. They scanned my QR code, and we begin the tour by going down into the basement. Ha 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 ha. Also took a picture of the QR codes to access the audio guide and the ghost hunting tools. So yeah, that comes with the ticket. Are you guys ready? Oh, it's on. Ooh, the tapestries. Tapestries of torture as we're going down the steps. That lady's been gagged. Oh no, what are they about to do to her feet? Oh wow, candles are lit. Right off the bat we got some stocks and handcuffs. Looks like we head to the left to start. This is the most interactive torture museum in the world, it says. We can touch and pull things. So this torture device here is called scolding of the heels. Look at this, they got the hot coals down here. Oh my gosh. Oh, that poor person. Ouch. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pull the cord. This is known as the Sicilian bull. So, put the person, inside. Oh, and cook them. Oh man. Gotta add your own sound effects, but that guy probably didn't last too long. Unless I think it's hot. How about a little smile? Look at this in picture form up here. This guy his fingers have been cut off. He's also wearing a chain. And this is the Gwynplaine smile. The punishment is mentioned in the Japanese legend of Edo period, 17th century, in which a beautiful woman was disfigured by a jealous husband. Oh wow. Oof, creepy. She has been caged. I see a lot of old movies where they're hanging in cages like this. Fork of the heretic. This fork was used by the European Inquisition to force an apostate to admit his guilt and renounce heresy. And you can see what's going on right here. The fork is going up through the throat. Ouch. Yeah, so if he lowers, if he lowers his chin, it goes right through his jaw. Flagellation. Whipping with various items. Okay, so she's being flogged. You can see she has lacerations on her back there. And these are different tools and devices that they would flag you with. Whips. Also this with spikes. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Just so you know, they put a sticker on me, just like the St. Augustine Museum, that lets them know that you paid your admission. Check out this chair. Oh my gosh. I hope no one tries to sit there. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but I wouldn't try it. But we are invited to sit in this one. It's the electric chair. All right, here's the strap. You can actually put it around your head if you wanted to. This is freaking sick. Oh man. The idea was conceived by an American dentist named Albert Southwick. See, I had no idea. Of course it's a dentist. In 1890, the first murderer was executed by electric chair. During the 20th century, the electric chair was used in 26 states. In recent decades, it has been replaced by other forms of execution. During its entire history of use, more than 4,300 people were executed at the electric chair, also known as Sparky. Alright, so these down here are torture shoes. Ooh, looks like they clamp your feet down hard. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, look at this. This is cool. Man, this is creepy. All these mannequins, wax figures in here. Ooh. Oh my gosh. That's gonna leave a mark. Torture by rats. Torture that involved the use of rodents with widespread and ancient China. So yeah, they just tie the rodents to your chest and hold them there with basket. You can tell by this guy's expression, he loves it. Don't you love it? Got the rats, don't you, buddy? Oh my gosh. Here's a tapestry of that same fellow. You ever heard of Pit and the Pendulum? Well, this instrument became popular due to the story of Edgar Allan Poe, The Pit and the Pendulum, 1842. Although the writer claimed that the pendulum was used during the Spanish Inquisition to torture prisoners, there is no historical record of it. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at that horn. Oh, this is impalement. I'm thinking of Vlad the Impaler, Dracula, famous impaler. Oh, hang him. That's just creepy looking right there. Oh my lordy. Ooh, looks so real. Like I said, viewer discretion advised. Ugh. Execution by hanging has been used since ancient times all over the world. This guy startled me. I thought there was actually someone standing there. His feet and his neck are tied into like a T, and he's got a gash in his calf. This is known as the anchor device. It was used to slowly torture prisoners during the Inquisition. According to some sources, it is still used in modern China. Oh, that's terrible. To be or not to be? That is the question. Got a boiling cauldron over here. Ooh. Can imagine. You think of Hansel and Gretel, witch cooking. And they actually used to boil people in the cauldron in ancient Egypt, according to the sign. Disobedience to the Pharaoh will get you boiled. All right, folks, so we've been through 3 rooms already. There's a little hallway, a couple steps. We're going through the corridor. We've got stuff hung on the wall. These are breast terrors. That's what it says right here. Also known as the Spanish spider. So far, I think the Spanish are winning with the Inquisition as far as torture. I've seen a lot of torture devices come out of the Inquisition so far. Oh, wow. This is creepy. Listen. Oh my gosh. This is the cradle of Judah, pulling you from all 4 limbs. Ouch. I will not mess with Judah. Ooh, check out that big saw up there. Man, that's the giant handsaw. And there's a picture here, a depiction of what they used it for. This is perhaps where Art the Clown got inspiration. Look at that. Ooh, man, that is sharp. All right, some more interactive here. Pull this thing. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, ooh. I'm gonna steal a joke from the horror makeup show. It's a Florida man inside. You know how I know? Because I saw an alligator in a vape. All right, when I think of the gridiron, I think of football, not this form of torture. Oof, it is exactly what it seems right there. Smells like chicken. When I think of this device, I think of the French Revolution. Off with his head, the guillotine. I think we can pull the cord over here. Let's see what happens. All right, so it's not really working, but it worked, if you see what I mean. Oh man. All right, also popular in the mid-ages, the wheel. And here's an example by photo of what they used to do. It says one of the most painful and shameful executions right there. All right, you're invited to lay down on this device here. Although I don't think I'm going to do so. I'll take a rain check. The sign says this is known as the bench crucifix. It was used by inquisitors to interrogate and torture prisoners. So they would lay you down on here, and not only were you tied down, they would take devices like this to torture you, cut you, stab you, crush you. Ugh. Decapitation. Decapitation served to execute state and common criminals for several millennia. Here's some devices they would use. Swords, axes. I don't know if this would cut your head off, but that would definitely hurt. All right, on this tapestry here, a demonstration, an illustration of the garrote, first appearing in Spain during the 18th century. The garrote was used as an alternative to the gallows. So this was actually a very common torture device. This thing would go in the back of your head, in the back of your neck, as they tightened you down. Ooh, that's painful. I wouldn't last long. All right, this place is huge. I think this is like the 6th room. What's this over here? Ooh, looks like you put limbs in there. The sign says this is called, this is a form of the stocks. They have been used for thousands of years. Check this out. Dunking your head in a barrel. It's kind of like a teeter-totter. Dunking her. It's like Dunkaroos in here. That's really fun. This is actually called witch bathing. So she's a witch. What's the matter? You don't float? That's terrifying. All right, here you go. Station number 42, the Colombian necktie. This guy got necktied at the bottom of the stairs. Love these stairs. Look at this. Ear to ear. Ooh, that's a Colombian necktie. Good job, whoever did it. All right, so hanging here, a collection of chastity belts. Check this out. This is the women's belts of fidelity, also known as chastity belts. From 15th to 19th century, in Europe, knights going to a campaign would put these belts around their partners. And there is also men's belts of fidelity. Here's one hanging right there. That is for horses. Ooh. I remember this. Okay, she's got weights on her legs there, tied to her ankles. She's on this wooden horse. And this one here's got spikes. These are Spanish horses. It was used during the 14th and 18th centuries in Europe and Japan. Initially, the horse tortured women who were accused of heresy and witchcraft. So that one has spikes. That one, she's just being tied down to her feet. Masks of shame. Kind of like the man in the iron mask. There's a lot of masks right here. Look at this. All different ones. Also reminds me of Saul a little bit. These masks were devised for public ridicule. They would label the wearer of such human vices as gossiping, eavesdropping, gluttony, or debauchery. So they literally would shut you up with a mask. Here's the scold's bridle. There you go. Different types of torture to put around your face. Oh wow, burned at the stake. Think of Joan of Arc. Ooh. All right, so this is cutting of the tongue. Ooh, they cut your tongue out. A stand of forceps. Ooh, that's how they would do it. They just pull it out. Pulling the tongue, medieval torture. Ooh, that's how they shut you up. There's some more torture devices. Ooh, ooh, check this out. Look at this device. Oof. And this device here is called press crushing. So they lay you on the spikes. That's already gotta hurt. And then they put pressure on you from above by lowering this down. I'm sure they could put like rocks on there to weight it down. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Whoa. Oh. Oh my gosh. So this is known as the Bloody Eagle. Looks like they spun this thing right here. They pulled the lungs out of your back. All right, known as the Nuremberg Virgin, we know it as the Iron Maiden. Whoa. All right, check it out. You want to get inside? You sure can. Whew, that's creepy. Bunch of spikes in there, bro. Don't do it. All right, look at this. Another photo opportunity here. And the executioner. Also, they have the witch scales to determine whether or not you're a witch. Also, you could be an angel, a saint, a knight, and a goblin. I remember they have the same thing at St. Augustine. Alright, and a knight. Oh look, here's a witch. She's flying. That's pretty neat. Also, check out the wall full of skulls. Alright, imagine being put into a barrel. He does not look too happy. Nope. Can't barrel it. Nope. I had to do it. This is actually called the drunkard's cloak. And it says right here, drunkenness was first made a civil offense in England by the Alehouses Act 1551. The drunkard's cloak became a common method of punishing, I'm just gonna say it, drunks. Huh. Wow, imagine if they did this now. There wouldn't be enough barrels in the world. And when was the last time you saw a wooden barrel factory? And the last torture device before the door is another guillotine. That was a great time. Didn't realize it was in the basement. Makes it creepier. Alright, I decided to do another loop. See some stuff I might have missed. I definitely missed this. This is called the piercing of the tongue. Right there in front of your face, nailed into a wooden post. Oh man. Man, that sucks. I would want to be very quiet. Not to say anything back then. I believe things have gotten better in this world, a lot better. We still deal with a lot of stuff, but comparatively, it could be a lot worse. I'm not saying that it's perfect. I don't think it'll ever be here in this life. But dang, have we come a long way. Just ask this lady right here. Ooh, all right, here we are. Exiting in the gift shop. They do have t-shirts. I love people. That's great, I love that. All right guys, come check them out. The Medieval Torture Museum right here on Hollywood Boulevard. I look forward to checking out the one in Chicago someday. I think that might be the last one, or is there one in New York? I'm not so sure. The Hollywood star right in front of the Torture Museum is Red Skeleton. Look at that. All right, this is called the Hollywood Land Experience. Check out this giant sign in here. Whoa. Oh, that's really cool. It's a giant gift shop. Got the giant Oscar in here and Bumblebee. That's really neat. There you go. I'm trying to get that all into print. There you go. That's the best I can do. It's funny because I think the same bus popped up in my feed on Instagram. I saw a video of the guy driving it mistaking Rob Lowe as John Stamos. Have you seen that video yet? It's going viral. I think this was the same van. I could be wrong. Not to slander these people, but a similar bus tour, a bus driver mistook Rob Lowe for John Stamos. It may have been this van. Don't quote me on that. Allegedly. All right, guys. So where I started the video in front of the Chinese theater, I wasn't too far from John Carpenter's Star. It's actually right in front of the Roosevelt Hotel. 7000 Hollywood Boulevard, the address for the Roosevelt Hotel. Let me know if I passed it. It should be somewhere. Okay, I think I may see it. I think I see it. Dude, it's literally right in front. No, wait, that's not it. Where's it at? There's Vanessa Williams, Walter Lance, somewhere out here. Patrick Swayze star in front of the Roosevelt Hotel. Wow, that's cool. I really missed that dude. All right, I see some newer ones here. There's Ivan Reitman. Missed that guy too. All right, look at that. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. That's awesome. Also in front of the Roosevelt Hotel. Still searching for John Carpenter's Star. I just found Dean Stockwell. Missed that guy too. Al from Quantum Leap, my all-time favorite television series. Also Chuck Norris. I have a picture of myself in front of this star back in 1994. Thanks to Mom for taking it. All right, guys, so I walked right past it. It's actually one of the first stars right here on this block. John Carpenter. It's already gotten a little dirty. Wow, amazing. So there are pictures on the internet. This happened, I believe, on April 6th is when they had the ceremony out here. Also, Keith David, Kurt Russell, among some of the actors, careers known to belong to John Carpenter. Well, not really, but you know, they were in his movies. This is so cool. So yeah, it's right here across from Madame Tussauds Hollywood in front of the Roosevelt. That's so cool. I wanted to come and check this out. Halloween, The Thing, They Live. Oh my gosh, the list goes on. Escape from New York. Did the Escape from New York locations in St. Louis a couple years back. Huge fan of this guy. I always think of Hollywood Boulevard when I think of John's movie, Halloween. They got the mask. They got the William Shatner mask on Hollywood Boulevard. They found it in a mask store and they painted it. The rest is history. They painted it white, but they got it right here on Hollywood. Here you go. Also, Greg Nicotero out here. Horror legend. Right there with Keith David, Kurt Russell, and of course, John Carpenter. Right here in this spot just a couple weeks ago. There you go, a little then and now matchup. I just pulled that off of Google right there. This is right here in this spot. Actually, let me look up the exact date. April the 3rd. Wow. Not too long ago, just a couple weeks ago. And looking straight up, right here in front of the main door of the Roosevelt Hotel. Yeah, I know my brother stayed here. This sign right here, check this out, old picture of the Roosevelt Hotel. The construction of the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel completed in 1927, just a year younger than the Tampa Theater back home. Very Art Deco as well. There you go, in the golden hour. Look at that. Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. Hope to stay there someday, that would be fun. Would love to stay anywhere on Hollywood Boulevard. I've done it before, but it was just a Motel 6. Check this out. Wow, the souvenir shops have all the best props here in Hollywood. Look at this, the Predator. You are one ugly fill in the blank. This is so cool. He is like truly 9 feet tall. A lot of motorcycles out on the boulevard. Check out the Elvis Cadillac. All right, folks, as I'm walking into the Dolby Theater, I hang a ride over here to find the escalators to take me down to the parking garage. You may have seen these steps before. There's been a lot of celebrities walk up and down these steps for awards and banquets and whatnot, premieres. I want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to end this video right here in the Dolby Theater. I don't even know why I'm walking up the stairs because my car is down there. I just wanted to do it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Come and check out the Torture Museum when you're in Hollywood. Also, check out the stars, just like I did. I got a very early flight back to Florida tomorrow, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you soon. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are or what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. Parking, $14. Not too bad. 14 bucks to park under the Dolby Theater. The worst part about this parking garage is you have to take escalators. Not my favorite. If you know, you know. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.